Okay, I am live. So I can't sleep, so I figured I'd just go live and just give my thoughts on things. And I figured out through StreamYard that you can save the videos to your device. When you go live on YouTube, you can't save the videos to your device. So I think I'll be doing it from here on, you know, here on out. So it's 2 o'clock in the morning, so I'm pretty sure no one will, come in and view this live. But oh well, I guess this is like a journal for me. That don't sound very masculine, but whatever. Um, yeah. So yesterday I had my very first troll when I went live. I had to actually block somebody from the timeout for 24 hours. That was kind of a strange experience. You know. So, but yeah, try to do at least 20 minutes. So, since it is really late, and yeah, there was really nothing on YouTube tonight, so just figured I would go live and just speak about things and try to be more consistent with this YouTube thing. And I've been saying I want to go live, like out in the public, like a vlog, but I'm still trying to work up my enough courage to actually be on YouTube and like public places. Like, it just seems awkward, like talking to a phone and you walking through a grocery store or your department store or just walking out. I mean, I guess it could look like you're speaking on the phone, but it's still just, I don't like to draw attention towards myself. So, but yeah, I'll try to do that. And yeah. Speaking of the grocery store, it's just, being a bodybuilder and fitness, you know, my main source of protein, one of the best sources of protein is eggs. They have all 22 amino acids in them. And this has been the worst, I guess, through the bird flu. This has been the worst crisis that I've seen with eggs. The other day, I went to the Aldi's to get some eggs, and there were none left at all. And Publix has them, but Publix only has the regular pink dozen. I don't know, for some reason I don't like those, and that's all they got left. So you know that they don't; those aren't very good. So I bought the hard boiled already done half a dozen eggs. I bought those for the time being, you know. So yeah, it's very. I've never seen this before. Like, and it's always been that way. Whenever there's a shortage on something, people seem to just buy it. When there's a hurricane or there's a storm coming, all of a sudden people just want to buy pallets of toilet paper and toilet tissue. It's like I know people. I know a lot of people who don't even like eggs, but now they're in the grocery store fighting over eggs. You got people buying way more eggs than they need. Like it's just selfish and greedy to just sit up there and to take a whole three, four, 5 dozen pack of eggs when you know it's a shortage and other people want to purchase. Other people want to buy eggs too, but you going to be selfish and just take all the eggs. So I don't know. It's just I guess it's human nature and human behavior. Whenever it's something becomes rare or something becomes limited, people want it even more. You know, if you say it's a rare pair of shoes or a rare watch, you're gonna get people who bid for it. And it's like you don't. It's ridiculous. You don't need two boxes of eggs that come 5 dozen, and you want to get two of them. That's greed. It's very, very selfish of a person to want to need that many eggs when there's other people who in the store who want to purchase the eggs. But you want to just get it just to get it. So that's the world we live in. I guess today is Valentine's Day Eve also. Um, so I don't, you know, I won't be participating this year. Friday will be business as usual, gym, clients, and that's it. But like I say, but my thoughts is just let people enjoy their day. Let the couples enjoy the day. Let the women get their flowers and presents, and just let people be happy. If they want to celebrate Valentine's Day, let them do it. Like if you're a couple, that's what being in a relationship and being a couple, you have the option. That's a couple's holiday. Literally, that's a day to celebrate a relationship is Valentine's Day. So don't be that person where you're bitter and try and pick apart the day and say why it's not necessary and why you don't need it. It's like the Christmas. Like when people who don't celebrate Christmas, they want to sit up there and just give a whole speech about why Christmas is about this and that. So just be quiet. If you don't celebrate it, then I go think that goes for all holidays. You don't celebrate Thanksgiving, Christmas, uh, Valentine's Day. Just let people enjoy their day. Christmas, Thanksgiving, Valentine's Day, um, even your birthday. Like, you know, let people. Some people go all out for their birthday. That's you know, it's what they want to do. As long as you're not hurting anybody, or they're not hurting themselves. It's just I don't see any problem with it. But Valentine's Day is, you know, it's really for the women if you look at it. You know, mostly women get gifts, and but that's not even a big deal either. It's always gonna be. It's a double standard. There's a lot of things that are for women. It's always gonna be like that. So it's nothing you can do about it. So it is what it is. So, um, yeah. So it is what it is. Valentine's Day. I'm still kind of odd. Kind of the irony it fell on a Friday, and Friday is payday for most people. So it might be a kind of hard for the fellas to get out of this one. I mean, but like I said, I mean, if you were going to get something, you should have had your Valentine's Day gift or plans or whatever arrangements should have been made by now. At this point, everything should be ready to go. The presents or whatever gifts you got for your woman, your lady, it should have already been purchased. You should have, you booked whatever vacation you going to or hotel or whatever. That should be done already. Or your engagement. I know it's probably going to be a lot of people getting engaged on Friday. I could see that happening. And like I said, the boyfriend reveal will be Friday. I think I might do a video. That's definitely my next video. Will be the Instagram boyfriend reveal. That will be done Friday. Probably Friday. Yeah, a little earlier. Friday night. Yeah, I'm gonna do that video about just to give you a review of Instagram on Friday and seeing the women reveal their spouses or boyfriends or even husbands because for some reason they only reveal who they with on Christmas and Valentine's Day and maybe Thanksgiving, but most definitely Christmas and Valentine's Day. Or they'll just show flowers and shit. That doesn't count though. Like women don't show flowers and gifts, and it's pointless because it looks like you bought it. If you show flowers and gifts on Valentine's Day with no man, then it looks like either you bought that yourself or you're a secret, or you can't post him. He told you you can't. It's not that you don't want post them or you trying to be private or you don't want to put your relationship. He told you you can't post them. You can post the gifts, but don't post them. Which is weird. There's like a lot of women are like that. They're very sneaky. Like women will hide things. That's another subject. They will hide things. They are very have I known my dealings with women and my interactions with women, they may not lie as much, but they are very sneaky. It's like they will tell you that they're doing one thing, or they believe in one thing, or they stress one thing, and then the whole time they're doing completely the opposite. And it's just you. When women speak, you can't believe half of what they say because they'll tell you they don't want this and they don't want that, and this is what they want. But the whole time they're giving their attention, energy, time, attention, and energy to the completely the opposite. Mhm. I say they want a gentleman, I want a nice guy, a guy that's gentle, a guy that's soft, but nope. They say that out loud, but then behind the scenes or in their real life, they are loyal and respect the guy that doesn't care nothing about them. He calls them when he wants to. He ignores them. He's very nonchalant. He deals with her on his time. So that's what they like. And I've heard of women admit to liking that they don't like guys who are give them too much attention, who text them too much, who calls them too much. Oh, they don't even want to call them too much, and most women don't even talk on the phone anymore. If you meet a woman in 2025 that still wants to talk on the phone for an extensive period, you have found a rarity. Because most women will text you here, text you there, pop in, pop out, and then very hot and cold. So, but as a man, you just can't. You can't really just in 2025. You can't even really express that you don't like that, or you're concerned. You don't like that the woman does that because now you look emotional. Now you look sensitive. Now you clingy. It's weird. It's like you almost have to do the complete opposite of everything that seems logical, right? Growing up, your mother, your mother will teach you how to treat a woman. She will tell you, be polite, hold the doors, pull out the chairs, open the door. Just be a gentleman, be a good guy, right? But as you become a young man, a teenager into a young man, and I've noticed that, and I've seen Neo and Nick Cannon has this conversation, so I know I'm not the only man who's seen that to where you done everything right. You're a good guy. You're polite. You respect them. You treat them with respect. You don't call them out their name. You know, but you'll do that, and you'll look and you'll see she ignores you. She curves you, but she gives her attention to completely the opposite of what you're doing. She gives attention to the guy who disrespects her, ignores her, treats her like trash. You know, some even get physical, with them, and they'll give all their respect and attention, and they'll run behind them, and you'll sit, and you'll wonder like, why? What am I doing wrong? You gotta pay attention. See, that's what you pay attention. I did that coming up. I saw a guy completely disrespect women all the time. and he had the most. He's never was without a woman. He always had women all throughout his life. Beautiful women too. And I'm looking like, okay, what my mother told me to do, and my mother taught me to treat women, that's not working. So what I did was I started to use some of his tactics. So okay, let me do this, let me do that, let me do this, let me do that. Okay. And you know what? Once I did that, my luck with women completely changed. It's the times that I've been the worst version of myself is when I had the most women in my life. When I was the most broken version of myself, I had women. But when I was on the flip side, I was mannerable, I was respectful. Um, you know, I showed them that I was devoted to them. I respected them. I gave them constant communication. Tried to plan dates. Um, that's when they disappeared. It seems like the more you pursue women, they'll run away because there's no thrill there. It's boring. There's nothing for them to wonder about. There's no conflict for them to solve. There's nothing for them to sit around and talk to their friends about and be frustrated about. It's boring. So slowly but surely, you'll see she starts responding to text messages, starts responding to calls. It's like the distance, becomes more and more distant. Versus when you have drama or you're toxic or you do things to upset her, you'll see that she's more engaged with you. And that's stressful. I don't want to be toxic and always have to be this manipulative person and always have to just play mind games and just, mentally torture somebody. But women get, I don't know, it's a mechanism in their brain to where they need chaos or drama, right? That's why they watch reality TV so much because it's drama, it's chaos. It's like a haywire gene that they need that. You heard women, everybody heard women, oh, it's too quiet at home. Or my man, he's too quiet. I gotta go home and start something. I've heard that before. Women have said that before, that it's too peaceful that they have to go home and they have to make some sort of disruption. And it's like, and you'll see that. And I've had different situations with women to where, um, when I'm, you know, a better version of myself, it's like the relationship goes nowhere, it dies, or, but when I'm not disrespectful, but when I have an edge to myself or I say things that may not be very favorable to them, they gravitate towards that. That's just like if you give a woman a compliment or you say something nice to a woman, the response you get back will be very small, it'll be very vague. But let you say something that's disrespectful or something that's offensive to her, you'll get a whole passionate paragraph, a passionate response. It's like they feed off of negativity. Like they won't admit this. They'll tell you what, they want this and want that, but almost every woman I've spoken to, they have a history or a past of dealing with a toxic, aggressive man. And it's like, and you see it once you start to talk to them, you speak to them, and you have a continuous interaction with them. You'll see that they are used to brokenness. They're used to men treating them a certain way. It's like it's a form of like of love. Like they think that you have to be aggressive with them, or you have to be just, you can't just be, you just can't be, you can't just live. I don't know if it's only like that with black. I ain't gonna say it's like that with black, but because I know it's not only like that with black men. It's not a race thing. Because I see white men that are, you got the rock stars and the guys, the bad boys, the bad, they white women gravitate towards to those type of men too. Just like the thugs and the rock stars and the bad boy, they the same as the white and black version of each other. The guy with covered in tattoos and he just looks crazy, smokes cigarettes, and it's just, yeah, it's, you know, they gravitate towards that too. So it's like, you have a calm demeanor, you're not very aggressive, you're easygoing, you might have a hard time keeping a woman's attention. You know? So it's chaos. They need a certain amount of chaos. So it's something you learn when you get older because it's very confusing, very puzzling. Just because you say they tell you they want you to treat them one way, and then when you do that, you don't get any results. But then when you see another man, and it's not about money too, because there's guys who are broke who do this too. So don't make it about just because he got money. He do the exact opposite, and they're running behind him. It's like a brokenness that they need to feel a brokenness. So I don't know, man. Just my thoughts, though. I know I had this conversation with numerous women, and they'll just vice versa and tell me, "Oh, men do it too," or "That's not true," and it's a lie because every man I know, that's the flip side of it. They have a bunch of women or a bunch of children, so it's like, where are the children coming from? Every guy I know that has that bad boy thug attitude, that rough exterior, jail, that too. They love guys out of jail. They have multiple kids, sold drugs, sold dope, robbed people. I know guys like that in and out of prison. I've never met one of those guys who have no children. They have a, I'll say, they have a minimum of 2 to 3 kids from multiple women. I rarely seen it, and that too. I rarely seen them have one child or 3 kids from one woman. No, if it's 3 kids, it's most likely 2 women, or it's three from three. It's 3 from 3 different women, but it's most likely they rarely triple up on one woman. So yeah, but it's 30 minutes tonight, so 31 minutes. That's pretty good. Think I'll probably, since I can download this, I'll probably chop it up, and the ending section, the last 10-15 minutes was more fluid than the beginning. It's been like this with these lives, to where in the beginning I don't know what to talk about, and because I don't just want to do current events, because I feel like everybody else does current events. Everybody's talking about the Super Bowl and Donald Trump and politics, and I don't want to do that. I have the first 5-10 minutes probably just me figuring out what I want to speak about. So the last 10-15 minutes were, kind of got into a groove. So I'll probably just chop this up and take the ending portion of the live and do that like that. So as always, with today's date, February 13th, 2025. So until next time.